So what we have here is the grappling hook gun. Um, it is busted. It's a Mark 1. It's a prototype. But I'm going to rebuild it, and I'm going to do it on film. This is what we're trying to put in. This right here, it's the trigger catch. It's not done yet. This is the old trigger catch, which you can see is much thinner and much weaker overall. See that? Yeah, I had to bulk it up because I exploded this one. I tore right through. You can see right here, right there. Yeah, that piece tore through, and it was just a design. It wasn't a bad design, but it's not what I needed. It's not strong enough, and there's different design elements I went through in this one that I'm gonna go through differently in this one. So yeah, I'll do a breakdown on the actual trigger catch. The things I used to build these two guys are these right here. Hacksaw, metal, aluminum, I believe. It comes bent in a corner, but I flatten it out by hand, obviously. File and bench grinder. I highly recommend one of those if you can. Now, as far as the weapon itself, well, I guess gun itself. Yeah. It is basically a firing chamber up here. That's this guy. And a spring chamber. That's down here. You can kind of see, well, you can definitely see here where I ran a bolt through the whole thing, or through the whole black part of the spring chamber, not through the firing chamber. And that's where the spring connects. And I've got like an old garage door spring running from there to about here. You can see that that little pin, or that screw. That is actually vital. That's part of the firing mechanism. Oh, you can see the inside of it for whatever reason. Now, these runners here, the parts where I cut through the pipe on each side, is to allow the spring to go all the way back and all the way forward. That's where we get the firing motion from. Now, you can kind of see on the spring side
and the firing side,
or on the firing side, I guess you'd call it, there's a piece of wood.
also on the spring side,
to hold the shape, or hold the space, I guess, of the I guess you'd call it the catch. Yeah, it's pretty vital, and I should have a better name for it. Now, the reason this thing works, because obviously you got to pull back the spring, you got to hold it in place, and then you got to release it, firing the thing. Well, the way that's done is with this trigger catch and this winch. This slides right between here and here. This part that sticks out on the side is the trigger. Now it slides. You can see that. See how that hooks there? That slides up onto that bolt and clips into place, and then you winch it back with the winch here until you pull that spring all the way back. Then see, I got the other side of the winch attached to the butt of the gun here, and a little spacer there, and And yeah, one of the tubes is for the spring, that one, and one is for the firing, the action end. Yeah, it's a really basic design. I wanted to get it to fire about 30 feet, give or take, figure about 3 stories. Um, yeah, it's a good piece. This first one was, like I said, my prototype, my Mark 1. Currently working on a Mark 2. I had to rebuild the trigger catch because it exploded. And rebuild build the barrels, the shaft. They're jagged and not smooth like I'd like them. Yeah, it had to do with the cutting that I did at the time. Um, yeah, I'll keep you updated on how it goes when I start actually gutting the gun, and yeah, we'll go from there. Keep your stick on the ice.